So she has like grass. Okay. All right, so welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm Barbara, and welcome to this mindful, gentle practice um, where I will give you lots of suggestions and invite you to try different things, and you are welcome to choose what makes most sense for you to try today. Some things to keep in mind. You always want to stay in your pain-free range of motion. It's okay to feel sensation, but you don't want to feel any strain or pain. If you feel like you are pressing up against some strain or pain, please practice self-care, back off, adjust the movement, take a break, whatever serves you in this moment. So we're going to start by just beginning to come home to our inner home, to that place deep inside where we are comfortable and free and completely in charge. If you would like, you could close your eyes during this part of class as we begin to center and settle. As we begin to shift our awareness from anything going on around us to what is going on inside of us, you might begin to just notice the sensation of sitting here. Notice what it feels like to be in your body. Noticing the sensations. Noticing the breath. And just begin to maybe scan your body starting at your feet. And over the next 6 or 7 or 8 breaths, just notice the sensation that you find. I'm going to step away from the camera for a few moments, but I invite you to just sit and breathe and notice what there is to notice. Have a seat. It's my alarm going off. I hear my alarm going off on my phone. Take a moment now to shift your awareness to your emotional body and just notice how you're showing up emotionally. Perhaps you have a name for an emotion that you're feeling, maybe not. Maybe it's more than one. Maybe you don't particularly feel an emotion right now, and that's okay too. Take a moment to notice your thinking. Is your thinking mind active right now? Is it loud? Is it quiet? And whatever it is, just know that that is completely okay. We're just observing without any judgment about it. And as we move through our practice, you might notice things like physical sensation, emotion, thoughts, they shift and change. And we just notice and accept them exactly as they are in the moment. So you might want to place one hand over your heart, maybe the other hand over top of that, just as a physical reminder that this is a self-care practice, a compassionate practice. Through our practice, we are showering ourselves with love, loving energy, compassion, and acceptance. And when you notice that you might be moving away from these ideas, maybe towards judgment or self-criticism, just notice what comes up. It's totally okay. And see if you can shift back to this idea of compassion, kindness, and acceptance. And you can rest your hands down on your lap now if you like, and we're just going to begin to add some movement to our breathing. So maybe relax your hands down by your side, and we're going to move into what we call sun breath. So as we inhale, you could let the arms float out and up. Maybe bring the palms together overhead or wherever they might come together. Exhale, bring them right to your heart center, centered and calm. So let's just continue to flow that with the breath. Inhale as you reach out and up. Exhale, centered and calm. And just continue to flow with your breath. It might feel good to reach a little more actively through the arms, or you might keep them softer. You might begin to move the neck by taking your gaze up to your hands as they come overhead, and maybe take your gaze down to your fingertips. You might notice some sensation in your neck. Notice how this feels in the shoulders and the back. And the next time we inhale, taking the arms up overhead, you could let one hand come down to your lap or the chair and just reach the other fingertips up. Take a few breaths here, maybe feeling a little bit of length in the side body. The breath is flowing free and easy. On your next inhale, you could take both arms up and lower the opposite arm. Reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling. You could even take your gaze up towards that upper elbow if that feels okay in the neck. And then the next time you inhale, let's take both arms up. Lower the other hand. Exhale. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale. If the arms need a break, you could certainly take them down. If you started with the right fingertips up, you might end with the left fingertips up. Inhaling both hands up, palms together. Exhale to the heart. Pause here and breathe. Maybe rest your hands in your lap. Notice the after effects of the movement. We're going to move into a seated cat-cow. So inhale, maybe get a little bit taller in the spine, crown of the head lifting. Exhale, you could let the chin come towards the chest, let the shoulders round, let the back round. Let's stay here in this rounded position for a few breaths. Just really paying attention to the sensations you feel in your body, knowing that you can modify in any way. If the low back is feeling uncomfortable, you could keep a little more length in the low back and just round through the shoulders. Or maybe you lift the chin a little bit more if that's too much sensation in the back of the neck. And on the next inhale, sitting a little bit taller, you could even draw the shoulders back, lift the heart a bit, and then exhale and round. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale and round. If you'd like to add some arms, you could take those arms open wide, feel the shoulder blades come towards each other. As you exhale, you could reach the arms forward as the back reaches back. Inhale to open. Exhale and round and reach. Arms could come straight out to the side. They could come to goalpost arms. See what feels good for you. When you round, the arms could come forward or you could hug. The next time you inhale, let's open wide. Let's breathe here for a few moments. If you'd like, you could come to goalpost arms, see what that feels like. And then on your next inhale, let's just reach the arms up. Exhale, float the arms down. Come back to our seated mountain pose. Let's take our gaze over one shoulder and back to center, and over the opposite shoulder and back to center. This time, let's take our gaze over one shoulder, and if you like, you could take your fingertips and just gently press against the opposite shoulder. A little bit more stretch here. You get to decide how much stretch you feel here. And gently come back to center. Bring that hand down. Inhale to get tall. Exhale. Turn the gaze in the opposite direction. Breathing freely, and then if you'd like, a little pressure on that opposite shoulder. And gently come back to center. Take a breath here. Let's take one ear down towards the shoulder. See if you can just let the ear come down rather than lifting the shoulder up. So the shoulders are relaxing down. The ear comes in the direction of the shoulders. And then if you like, you could take that opposite hand and reach to an angle. Or you could even hold on to your chair. A little more stretch in the side of the neck. If you're holding on to the chair, gently release. Let's take that head back to center. Let's roll the shoulders a few times. And then other side, maybe left ear to left shoulder. You could stay here, or you could reach that hand in opposition. Or hold on to the chair. If you're holding on to the chair, release, bring the hand back to center and the head back to center. And breathe. Notice the effects. Take the hands out to the side and just reach through those fingertips. You might feel this all the way from the center of your chest out through your arms, shoulders relaxed away from ears. You can turn the palms up. Maybe even take the gaze to the upper corner. And then turn the palms down, even back towards the back wall. Chin can come towards the chest if that feels okay. Inhale, unwinding everything, lifting the heart, maybe lifting the gaze. Exhale, palms go back, chin towards the chest. Let's try a few more like that. Inhale, shoulders roll, forearms, palms, head. Exhale, roll forward. Next time we inhale, lifting. Exhale, relax the arms down, back into our seated mountain pose. Pause and breathe. Notice the after effects. We're going to move on to a gentle spinal twist. So sitting up nice and tall, nice long spine. Let's inhale here. On an exhale, keeping the knees forward, just gently twist to one side. You could put one hand on your leg, maybe one hand on the chair. Let's just breathe here for a breath, relaxing shoulders down, relaxing the jaw, the face, breathing freely. From here, let's inhale to grow a little bit taller right here. Exhale, back to center. Inhale to get tall. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Shoulders relax down. Being mindful not to overstretch the neck. We just want to feel a gentle twist without any strain or pain. Let's inhale, growing a little bit taller. Exhale, unwind back to center. And we're going to flow that with the breath. So you could do the arms that we just did, or if you'd like to add arms overhead, you could inhale to bring both arms up. Exhale, gently twist to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And twist. Last side. Inhale, center. And twist. Inhale, coming back to center. You can interlace the fingers and press the palms towards the ceiling. Breathing free and easy. Inhale here and float the arms down. Nice, relax and breathe. Okay, moving down towards the hips and legs now. Let's extend one leg. So my heel is anchored on the floor, and I'm just going to draw my toes back towards my knee. The other foot is just flat on the floor. So feeling a little stretch through the calf. And then you could press the foot forward and then stretch the toes back and press the foot forward and stretch the toes back and press and stretch, press. This time as you flex the toes back, you might want to invite the wrist to stretch as well, and then press and flex, press and flex. Nice. And then with the toe gently drawing back towards the knee, resting both hands on the opposite thigh, sitting up a little bit taller, and just feel that stretch along the back side of the body, toes coming back towards the knee. And then if you'd like, you can begin to hinge forward, lengthening over that extended leg, just till you feel a satisfying amount of sensation without any strain or pain. If you'd like to float those fingertips down towards the toe, you could do that. Doesn't matter how far you go. Just being mindful not to put pressure on that extended knee. And slowly come up. Let's walk that foot in, march it out a little bit, and extend the other leg. Heel on the floor, toes towards the knee, resting my hands on the opposite leg, and press and flex, press and flex, press and flex. Press, if you'd like, you can add the wrist, flex, press and flex, press and flex, press and flex. And with the toes gently drawing back towards the knee, you might sit up a little bit taller. Tall, 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 tall. It's fine to have a little micro bend in that knee. You don't want to lock out the joint. If you'd like a little more sensation, if you hinge with a long spine, you might feel it a little bit further up the leg. You can keep your hands on that supporting leg. You could have your fingertips float towards your toe. See what feels good for you. The breath is flowing. Slowly rise up. Let's walk that foot in, march it out a little bit. Now we're going to keep the feet relatively close together and just let the knees come out and in, bringing some circulation to the hips. you want, you can add those Charleston arms. Coming back to center. Then we're just going to walk the feet out to a straddle, sitting up nice and tall in our sits bones, hands on the knees, and with a nice long spine, we can just hinge forward. You might not have to go very far before you feel some little stretch in the inner thighs. Spine is long. It's like the heart is pulling forward and slowly coming up. And hinging forward. And slowly coming up. Let's do one more like that. This time we're going to hinge forward and then just let one shoulder come towards the center as we look over the opposite shoulder. And then the other shoulder can come towards the center. So nice and slow, nice and gentle. Maybe one more on each side. And coming back to center, let's walk those feet in. Let's march it out a little bit. And we're going to draw our knee up towards our chest. And as we do this, we want to notice how our belly muscles engage, our core muscles engage. Being mindful to try not to rock back too much if you can. So these muscles are sort of waking up as we draw that thigh up towards the chest and float it down. Very nice. Other side. So thigh to chest, chest to thigh, and lower it down. Other side. We're going to add on here. So lifting the thigh, and then if you like, you can extend that leg. You could hold on to the chair, draw the knee back in, and lower it down. Other side. Extend, flex the foot, draw it in, get tall, and lower, nice and slow. Okay, pause here. We're going to do that again in a moment. If you would like to add some arms, as you lift the knee, you can lift the arms. As you extend, you can reach the arms out, lift and lower. Okay, I'll walk us through that. You can hold on, you could try these other arms, you could mix and match, whatever feels right in your body today. So, drawing the knee in, maybe reaching the arms up, extend the leg and the arms, extend and lift, and lower. Other side, lift, extend, lift, and lower. Let's do two more on each side. Last set. Very nice. Come back to our seated mountain pose. Let's try a few sun breaths. Inhale to reach out and up. Exhale, centered and calm. Inhale. Nice. Relax the hands. Maybe shake it out a little bit. We're going to move to some hip openers now. So you could cross your ankles, you could bring the ankle over your knee, or you could walk your foot in. So this first position should feel very sustainable. So if this is feeling like a lot, then you want to extend that leg or bring your foot down. So from here, let's just roll the ankle. We're just letting that thigh kind of open up as we roll the ankle in one direction. Feeling all those muscles in the feet, maybe wiggling your toes. And then change direction. Nice, and with a gently flexed foot, we'll just support under that knee and just let it come up and down. And then letting that leg just relax out. See if you can press into your bottom to sit a little bit taller, shoulders relaxed, face relaxed. So this might bring you more sensation in that hip joint. So maybe just breathing here. Or maybe you'd like to hinge forward a bit for a little more sensation. And it might just be an inch or two before you really begin to kind of press up against your edge, respectfully listening to all those body cues. Maybe you want to come forward more, maybe you want to round, let the head hang. Or maybe that's not right for your body in this moment. Take nice full breaths, letting that breath flow into any tight places, inviting relaxation. And when you're ready, slowly sitting up nice and tall. Let's take a moment here. And if it feels okay in your body right now, you can add a little twist here. So I'm twisting over my bent knee, sitting up tall, hand is on the back of my seat, and I'm just gently twisting in the direction of that top leg. My shoulders relaxing down my back. Face is soft. Inhale to get a little bit taller. Exhale, unwind. Then I'm clasping my hands under my knee. Gently release. I'm going to just let it swing. And float that foot down. Step it out a bit. You know, sometimes after those movements on any given day, you might feel like a real need to kind of stretch something out a little bit differently or whatever. Listen to your body. That's what it's all about. Okay, other side. Cross your ankle or over your knee. Decide where your foot is going to be on the floor. And let's just roll that ankle as our hip begins to get used to this position. Changing direction. And maybe notice where your mind has traveled, if it's traveled away from your yoga practice. And if it has, just notice and gently invite it back. The sensations in your body, home to your body. Nice, and then just supporting that thigh. Just gonna let that knee come up and down. And let that knee come out to the side, sitting up a little bit taller, noticing how that changes the sensation that we feel. You might stay right here, or you might hinge forward. You might round and relax. But always scanning the body for tension, maybe tension that isn't serving us in this pose that we can invite to let go, to release. Often that is in the jaw, the shoulders, but really it can be anywhere. Can we relax a little bit more into any tension that we find? Slowly coming up. Option to add a little twist here, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, twisting over that top leg. Slowly unwind. Make a little hammock underneath your knee. Release that leg and shake it out, swing it out. And float that foot down. Step it out a little bit. Take any movements that your body is asking you for right now. We're going to move into a balanced pose now. So coming up from our chair, maybe mindfully and slowly standing, noticing all the muscles that are at work to bring you from a sitting position to a standing position. If you're feeling a little bit lightheaded, just kind of notice that. Take hold of the chair, sit down. So I'm going to come to the side of my chair and we're going to move into a tree pose. So I'm going to bring my toes on the floor, heel over the ankle. You can hold on to the side of the chair. You could even stand behind the chair if you'd like a little more support. So finding our balance in this version of tree before moving on. And then we have lots of options. We could take our hands off the chair, keep those toes on the floor, feel rooted through that supported foot, lengthening through the spine all the way through the crown of the head. If we want a little bit more, we could come to that tippy toe. We could bring that foot on the side of the calf. We could hold on to the chair. So just find whatever position works for you. So it's all an experiment. It's all play. So just notice what challenges you a little bit today. If you fall out, just come right back in. Do you want to bring those branches to the sky? Go ahead. Is your tree waving in the breeze? That's okay, that's what trees do. I'm going to do a super duper challenge and close your eyes. Go ahead, I'm not going to today. I'll fall over. But that can be a fun thing to try safely. Feel all the work in that supporting leg. Feel your energy drawing from the ground through that rooted leg all the way through your whole body, out your arms, the crown of your head. When you're ready, slowly make your way out of that tree. Coming back to our standing mountain, which really is a balanced pose itself, right? And we're going to move to the other side. So other foot, toes on the floor, heel over the ankle. You can move to the other side of your chair if you want. And then from this place of balance, then begin to slowly challenge yourself. Maybe it's taking your hand off the chair. Maybe it's bringing your foot off the floor. Keep thinking about that line of energy all the way through the crown of the head. Maybe bring your palms together, branches to the sky, whatever you like. Remember that when we focus our gaze, that helps to focus our mind. And it helps us to balance. One side's probably different from the other. Just get curious about stuff. No judgment. And when you're ready, slowly make your way out of the pose. Maybe march it out a little bit. Okay, let's come back down to our chair and let's sit mindfully. So just noticing once again, sitting down. Notice how our body moves, noticing the muscles that are at work. So maybe scooting towards the edge of the chair again. We're going to do a little back bend, a little arch. So we've already done some arching even when we do our cat-cow. So our back should be warmed up a little bit, but again, move slowly, see what feels right for you. So we have lots of options here. One option is to just bring our hands to our hips, just lift our heart, shoulder blades slide down the back. We can just breathe right here, a little chest opening. You can imagine your shoulder blades sliding into your back pocket. Okay, another option, I'm going to turn around so that you can see. You can bring your hands to your low back, draw your elbows towards each other and lift. If you would like a little extra stretch in your wrists, you could turn your fingertips up, drawing those elbows towards each other, lifting the heart. And then a final option is you could reach back and take hold of the back of your chair and just kind of lean forward as your heart lifts and your gaze lifts, maybe to about diagonal in the room. We don't want to crunch the back of our neck. So take whatever version of a back bend that feels really satisfying to you. Maybe take 2 or 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly come out of it, lengthen the spine, release the hands, shake it out a little bit. Then we're going to do a counter pose to that, which is a forward fold. So, lots of options for our forward fold. If you're at home and you have pillows and you like to put pillows in your lap for a forward fold, you could do that. A forward fold can be anything from just bringing the chin, just letting the head hang, to coming onto your elbows, to resting against your lap. I'm going to stay here for about 7 or 8 breaths. If you would like to come up sooner, you certainly can. Your feet can be close together. They can be a little bit wider apart to give a little more space for your breath. If you can really let go of the weight of your head, that's a lovely addition to the pose. Feeling all that nice
length in the cervical spine. See what happens if you really focus on some nice, perhaps longer breaths here. And when your belly is against your lap, notice where the breath goes. You might actually feel the breath contributing to a little more stretch in the low back. If this becomes too much, you could come back up onto your elbows. See how that feels. Maybe 3 more breaths. And when you feel ready, slowly make your way back to seated mountain. Nice. So let's step the right leg out, or whichever leg, and we're just going to bring that heel to the floor, kind of like we did in the other pose. And you could sort of walk the other foot out a little bit too. So we're in a kind of a nice straddle here. And I'm going to bring my forearm to my thigh and reach the other hand up towards the ceiling. I might think about lifting, pressing my shoulder back and kind of energetically lifting my heart towards the ceiling. So I'm feeling an opening in my heart. And the shoulders are moving away from the ears. A little turn in the neck, if that feels good. Stretch through the inner thighs. You can stay right here, or you can take your gaze forward and then lift, reach that arm up and overhead to a nice diagonal. You could keep sort of turning that heart towards the ceiling so you can look straight ahead, or you could look back up to the ceiling. Next time you inhale, lifting, lifting, lifting back to center. Exhale, float that hand down. Nice, let's walk it in. Other side. So I'm gonna take that heel wide, walk the other leg out, still nice and supported on my chair. Little flex in the foot. And take your forearm to your thigh, and then reach the other arm up towards the ceiling. You can take that gaze up if that feels good. You can stay here on an inhale, lift those fingertips up a little bit more, lift up and over to a diagonal. Neck in any position that's comfortable. And the next time you inhale, lifting up tall, exhale, release down. Let's walk that in. Shake it out a little bit. So we're gonna move now into final relaxation, but before we do that, we're gonna take a minute or so just to listen to your inner teacher and see where your body is asking you to move or stretch or rock. So can look any way. Just really see if you can kind of tune in and see if there's any movements that your body is craving or asking you for right now. Maybe there's a movement that we often do and we didn't do today and you really want to do it, so go ahead and do it. Maybe you just want to connect with the music. Maybe you just want to sit and breathe. Maybe you want to get out of your chair. So yoga classes can be lovely, but you never need a yoga class to do yoga. You don't have to remember the poses or the movements. It's enough and perfect and beautiful just to sit and breathe and just try gentle movement, see what feels good in your body. Do more of what feels good and less of what doesn't. And when you're ready, you can begin to make your way into final relaxation. You can sit all the way back in your chair. You could come onto the floor or a couch. You could add layers. If you like, you can close your eyes. And letting each breath kind of help you settle in. Once again, coming home. That home that's always with you. Just like the breath is always with you. And you can let that breath be like a garden path taking you home. Feeling the body settle with each breath. Feeling completely supported by the chair, or the couch, or the floor, so that we can let go. Just rest and breathe. Feel your whole body breathing. noticing the rhythm of your own breath. Maybe noticing the sensation of the body breathing. Opening your awareness perhaps to your emotional body, thoughts and feelings. Just notice. Perhaps noticing any areas of greater openness or ease in your physical body or your emotional body. If you are joining from home, of course you have the choice to remain in final relaxation for as long as you like. If you are ready to bring this practice to a close, knowing that the benefits of your practice last long beyond your time here, you might begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You might begin to slowly move, rock, stretch, whatever feels good in your body. Feeling maybe a little more rested and alert with each breath. You could bring your palms together to heart center. Peace, shalom, salam, peace. May peace fill you and surround you. And may you be an instrument of peace in your own life and in the lives of all of those that you touch. And as we open our eyes into the next moment of our life, we say what means the light in me bows to and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for being with me today. You're welcome. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your music and your technological abilities. Mm-hmm.